My name is Miquelle West. I'm currently living in Los Angeles, California. However, I'm born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I am a celebrity stylist slash freedom fighter. I was raised by my grandmother and my aunt. My upbringing was very sheltered and nurturing and kind and loving. Growing up in Detroit, I would say my grandmother and my aunt, especially after the things that occurred with my mom, wanted to keep me very safe. And that was due to her calling home, and they didn't want to ever face her and say that anything had happened to me. My mom, once she discovered that I was going towards a direction of working in fashion, she ordered all of the fashion magazines and would clip out different things that she saw or read. And she would either put mood boards together, and I would also take some of the clippings and put mood boards and vision boards together as well. My mom introduced me to fashion. She loves fashion, so that's where the initial love came from. These are some cool, like, vintage tees with this whole installation at one of my favorite stores called Dover Street. And I think this is interesting because a lot of people don't realize, but embroidery is very expensive to do. So this pocket could be maybe $200. I think it's fabulous. My introduction to fashion, I would say, was maybe about 2 years old. My mom would like hang 2 outfits in front of me, and the point of her hanging the 2 outfits was because she wanted me to be able to make decisions. But instead, I think I was looking at it from a style perspective, even that young. I'm more edgy, I like black. I love cool pants. So, but as a little girl, I think I was definitely more interested in like color pieces. My mom, she doesn't like gray because she spent like 3 decades wearing gray. I feel that when you are incarcerated, you don't have any rights. When my mom was initially incarcerated, God spoke to me and told me that that would be my purpose, to set an example for kids with incarcerated parents. In my adolescent years, I lacked patience, but it may have had a lot to do with my situation. So obviously I learned it. That's why I was able to advocate and fight for my mom for so long. So I think that I've mastered patience. You don't separate from your family and give up. You get closer and fight harder and work at it, just the same way you would if you wanted to buy a new car or get a new job. It's the same concept, but it's more intense because it's freedom. There was a lot of mothering that my mom did for me in prison. Like, she taught a class on how to write resumes because she was so good at making sure she wrote mine. And every career that I've had, every luxury brand that I've worked for, it was her resume that she built for me.
So they limit how many items you can bring inside. So I had told her that I wanted her to give all this stuff to take it and to Skid Row and give it to the homeless people because she don't have any use for it.
Did I buy these for you?
No.
Yeah, I picked them out.
You did?
Yeah. These you've had since I was a very little girl.
Yeah, since the 1990s. The hard part was not being there for my daughter when she needed me. She didn't deserve to have to go, you know, all of these years without me being physically present in her life. There was other things I could have done besides the things I chose to do. And I see my daughter live in the same lifestyle that I aspire to, and she doesn't do anything wrong to get there.
I brought an artist to come in, and he did a sign that said Mom, and then we put a gold heart in it, but it was spray painted. It was a pop-up shop. I created a brand for her, the Free Miquelle West brand, so we had like the t-shirts and the hoodies. One thing that I'll say is, like, I knew she was coming home because the place where the artist had it being stored, it burned up. and it burnt the art piece. I was like, well, that feels like to me that she's definitely on her way home because it's over with. I maintain my hope by belief in God. God didn't create my mom to die in prison. I never in my life thought that my mom would not get out of prison. And I've had people say things, oh, your mom's gonna die in prison. People are harsh and they're cruel. And when I would hear those statements, instead of it bringing me down, it made me say, well, what else do I need to do to make sure that this doesn't happen?
I had my bag packed like I was ready to go. I believe in manifesting. You have to act like it. So I started acting like it. Since I've been free, I've just been making the focus more about her, not about myself. My focus has always been my daughter, so I haven't changed. I'm looking forward to seeing her career go to the next level. That's what I'm looking for. And a lot of things that were going on that I didn't feel were right ended on February 18th, 2025.
What's brought me most joy is the simple things. Just being able to interact with my mom without having to hear the person that you're speaking to is, you know what, see, I had already forgot what that message was and I heard it for 31 years. I'm just glad I can have a conversation with my mom and it not be in 15-minute increments with someone else trolling it on the other line. I know my mom, she knows me. Nothing with our relationship has changed or feels any different other than now we're face-to-face, one-on-one. The only part that bothers me at times is that it didn't happen sooner, but I can't focus on that. We just gotta keep going. I'm really proud of my mom. I don't even know if she knows how proud I am of her, that she can be so resilient. Anything you're doing in life, you want to focus on the positive and seeing yourself at the finish line and the end of the road. That's the whole message in this story. If you are fighting for, I don't know, a rap career, don't give up if you truly want it. Because if you do give up, that means you really did want it. Whatever you want in life, don't give up. Fight for it. Because anything that comes too easy is normally not good anyways. So you gotta fight.